My name's Tenshel, and this class is not about bats, but it is about animals whose name also starts with the letter B. This class is called Bugs to Butterflies. Lots of animals have bones and skeletons. They have a fancy name. I love fancy words because scientists like big words. They're called vertebrates. Everybody say vertebrate. Vertebrate. Just like that. Perfect. Say it one more time. Vertebrate. Vertebrate. Perfect. We're going to talk about things like bugs. All right, now remember this word, vertebrate?
Vertebrate.
Very nice. I'm going to add 2 letters in front of that. Well, it says invertebrate. So do it with me. Invertebrate.
Vertebrate.
Very good. This means bones. Invertebrates don't have bones. Now, if I put all of these beads together, that represents all the different types of animals in the world. From the bats and the tigers and the dogs and the cats to the octopuses and earthworms and butterflies. Now, if I separate them, though, one is vertebrates, bones. One is invertebrates, no bones. So we have to vote. Which one we think is which? If you think this one is bones, dogs, cats, horses, giraffes, raise your hand. Think animals with bones. All right, can I have a drum roll, please? And I will reveal the answer. Aha!
Yeah. Yes.
If I can get it to stick. No, I can't. Look at this. All right? It's not sticking today. Things without bones. Earthworms and slugs and jellyfish. Lions and tigers and bears. And kitty cats. What's your name?
Kajana.
Kajana. You are a squishy invertebrate. Here's your guts. All right? See the sponge? Now squish your guts. You can squish that sponge as hard as you can. Squish, squish. I'm going to squish with you. Look, she's all squishy. She's like a big old slug. Look how small we can get that. Right? So she's a squishy invertebrate. But if she's going to, a butterfly or a spider, she has something very special. She has something called, it's another big word, scientists like big words.
Echolocation.
Like bats, right? You guys know your echolocation, but this is a little different. It's an exoskeleton. Good job. Like your spiders, it's an exoskeleton. So I'm going to turn this young lady into something with an exoskeleton. Put your guts in the box. Now, invertebrates that have an exoskeleton, now squish. It's a lot harder to squish. I'm just pretty strong, but it's still really hard to squish when you have an exoskeleton. You have that hard outer shell. Your guts are in a box. It's put them. All right, I'm going to hand each one of these lovely folks a plastic arthropod, which means it's not alive. It's a big plastic toy. Do me a favor. Do not hurt my plastic toys, okay? They're big, they're giant, they have air in them. If you squeeze them too hard, they'll pop. I don't want that to happen. So you're just going to hold it, right? You're going to hold it out to your friends. And then all of these animals are arthropods. I'm going to give you some clues. And we're going to have to figure out which one I'm talking about. All right, so you guys are standing in the right spot, and you just step 2 steps this way. 1, 2. Perfect. You stay there. You're going to step 1 step this way. All right, stay. Now, all of these animals are arthropods. They have an exoskeleton. They have joints. I'm going to give you some clues. Listen for the clues. I am going to walk behind these lovely folks. When I am standing behind the one whose clues match, I want you to clap. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, I'll say it one more time. Listen up. I'm going to walk behind these guys. I'm going to give you 3 clues. When I am standing behind the arthropod whose clues match, I want you to clap. Okay? All right, you ready for your first set of clues?
Yes.
This arthropod has 1 body part. It has 10 legs, and most of the time, they live in the ocean. All right, hold on. Is it? You're supposed to clap, remember? but insects have certain body parts. All right, we need even more help with this. Okay, I'm going to move some of these out of the way. We're going to build an insect up here. Because remember the class was called Bugs to Butterflies, and we got to end up with a butterfly somehow. So let's build a bug. I said bugs, as arthropods, have 3 body parts. Does anybody know what one of the body parts of a bug is? I'll bring the cricket back out so we can look. It's got 3. What's at least one of them? What's at least one of them?
Its head.
It has a head. Come here. We're going to put that head right here. Here is, stick this above the head. That's the head. So like right about there. Perfect. Now we have a head. Good job. All right, give her a hand. Is like a sippy straw. You know the straws that have all the swirls?
It looks like a beard.
It does kind of look like a beard. And when you have a butterfly, it looks like it has a little goatee hanging out on her chin. Now I brought 2 invertebrates today for you to meet. Well, let me tell you all the instructions, and then I'll answer those questions. These invertebrates both have exoskeletons. They both have jointed legs. They're arthropods. One of them is an insect. One of them is not. Okay? I want to see if you can figure that out. But if you want to touch it when I get it out, this is what we're going to do. You're going to show me that you want to touch it like this. 1 or 2 fingers. All right? It doesn't have to be both, but it can't be more than 2. It could be 1 or 2. If you do not want to touch it, you're going to sit with your hands quietly in your lap, and you're going to say, "No, thank you." Okay? What I don't want to see is this. Okay? If you want to, I'm going to cover her just like that. Good job. Yay! You don't have to. You can just look with your eyes.
You guys want to watch me touch it?
Alright, then I'm gonna touch it.
Good job.
Be gentle.
Excellent. Excellent. Good job.
Wow.